that it's the most ambitious record we've ever done. I think it's the most dynamic and emotive. I think that it like elicits an emotive response a lot of the parts. So I think that yeah, it's a very layered and very involved record. I think that will award multiple listens. You know, I think that I think the fans will like it. It's still Black Dahlia Murder. I think it's still recognizable right from the get-go. But also, we tried a lot of new things with this album. You know, we incorporated a lot of new elements and took some risks. And yeah, you know, I think that it's just really very creative. I think that we're in a real creative high right now with the band, and it's just, you know, a result of the perfect lineup. And so yeah, man, I think that the fans are gonna dig it. You know, like, the leak is kind of inevitable. It happens with every album, you know. It's not something I get upset about anymore because it's kind of like you can't prevent it, you know. As soon as the pre-orders start going out, somebody will put it up on the internet, you know, and it's kind of inevitable. So, you know, I think that it could probably hurt the record a bit, but I think that that some people will buy the album and getting to check it out early too. And you know, it's just I think it's helping create more excitement for now because people are showing off their copies that they got and talking about how much they like it and stuff. So hope a few more sales, you know, just trying to like be positive about the situation. But I think that, you know, I understand how the internet where this, you know, it happens to every band, it happens to every album. So it's not really something you gotta, you know, get angry about anymore. You know, it's very unfortunate that this is happening right now because, like you said, our album is right about to come out, and it will probably still be during quarantine, which will affect the sales negatively because people won't be able to travel to the store to get it. So that kind of stinks. But also, you know, our tour with Testament is definitely not looking very good at this point. You know, we have guys from Testament that have corona, which is very unfortunate. You know, and I feel for those guys. I'm pulling for Chuck. You know, it's like he's recovering, thankfully. Yeah, that's not looking good for our tour or anybody else's tour right now. So for us to lose such a big tour, probably the biggest we'd ever have at this point, you know?
Yeah.
And to not be out on the week that the album comes out and hope, you know, that's going to affect sales too, negatively. So, you know, it is a big blow, but I think that it's not just us, you know, it's every band is feeling this right now. Every band is hurt by this, you know? But we tried to kind of beat the virus by sending out our pre-orders a little bit early and hope before mail gets shut down or something like that. So if anything, people have a lot of time to like listen to the record right now and let it soak in, and hopefully it'll kind of save them, you know, from the save their sanity. But yeah, you know, I think the scene is going to change right now. There are venues that are closing because they just lost all their income, you know. I think that there'll be bands that break up because this will have ruined their income, and kind of like, you know, like a band like us, we can survive this. You know, we're a very established band, and you know, we'll kind of regroup. But yeah, I think this is going to affect the scene for sure, you know. But I think it's also going to affect the scene positively. I think that once people are back going to shows and they're allowed to go to shows again, they're going to be very, very thankful for what they once took for granted. Yes and no. Like, I didn't know that I was going to be in a successful band. You know, like I had no idea. I wanted that, but I had no idea really that it was going to pan out like this. I probably will be involved in music in some way. You know, like I was going to school for English, and I took a lot of journalism classes, and thinking about trying to get in with like metal magazines or something like that. You know, and so metal is really my whole life. You know, like everything I do and everything I like revolves around it. So even if I wasn't doing Black Dahlia Murder, I would still be involved in some aspect of the scene. You know, and so that was kind of my plan in college, was to try to seg into like music journalism. But then we got signed, and I left. Never looked back. But I definitely was not ready for the world. You know, like when I was in my fourth year of college, and the real world started knocking at my door, I was afraid. You know, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know really, like, you know, I just didn't see myself in that world. Like, I never felt like I belonged. So I'm thankful that the course of my life has changed so drastically, you know, and I have like, I feel a real sense of freedom in my life, you know, being from just doing what I want to do, you know, making art, doing it the way that I want to do it with my friend. It's like, it's uncensored. No one tells us what to do. No one, you know, like this is something that we built with our hands from the ground up. And yeah, I'm just very, very proud of what we've achieved. And, you know, it feels amazing to have fans waiting for new material and, you know, sticking with us throughout the years. And yeah, dude, it's just been a really crazy experience. So yeah, thanks.